Hello, Art 3 aficionados. Welcome back to KIS and welcome to the 2020 school year. I'm so excited to work with you guys this year and we're going to have a great year together. Something I want to show you that I'm really excited about, and I hope you are too, is the art kit. So this art kit is designed for you to be able to continue your learning while you are at home during virtual school and help to support you while we are working in the studio as well. So sometimes you will be working in the studio and some weeks you will be working at home. These supplies are for you to work at home for the semester. So you'll see it comes in a big envelope. There's a number on it so that I can keep track of who has which kit. And these supplies are for you to use while you're working at home. Please take good care of them and return them in as good of a condition as possible. So some of these things you might use up and that's okay, but the things that you don't, make sure you bring them back. The things that aren't included in here that you're definitely going to need are a sketchbook, an A4 sketchbook, just like last year. So you want to have a nice large A4 sketchbook. And it should have good quality paper. So this paper should be much thicker than printer paper that you would normally use in an A4 printer. So you're going to need the sketchbook. You are going to need your own pencil sharpener. You are probably going to need scissors and a glue stick for any collage related things. And I would recommend that you have a set of your own colored pencils. Such as Prismacolors. I would also recommend for you guys that you have your own painting media at home, such as watercolors, acrylics, things like that. Now in this kit, I recommend that you open it from the paper side and pull it all out at the same time. Da, 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 da. So here's what you got in here. First of all, we have two kinds of paper. There are 3 sheets of black cardstock, which will be fun for doing oil pastel on or any white medium you might have. These are 3 sheets of watercolor paper. So please don't use these until I tell you what to do with them. Otherwise, use your sketchbook paper or paper at home. You also have a flat paintbrush, also known as a bright. So you have a bright and you have a round paintbrush. I am not giving you guys any paint, but I am hoping that you have some at home, and I will give you guys some paint. We'll assemble that together in class. So paintbrushes. We also have some drawing materials. We have a 4B pencil and a 3H pencil, which are good for different things. So as you probably know by now, a 4B pencil is going to be much darker. It will be nice and dark, whereas a 3H pencil has a much harder lead, and so it will have a much lighter line. Now, when you are drawing and you want to make sure your pencil marks are a little bit more smoothed out, you could use these guys. These are called tortillons, or blending stumps, and they're basically rolled up paper that you can use to smooth out your shading so that it is nice and smooth. You should never blend with your fingertips because your fingers have oils in them which can over time degrade your paper. So you want to get in the habit of using these or a tissue, paper towel, something like that to blend down your shading. Also for drawing materials, we have a charcoal pencil. This is a 6B, so it's going to be very dark. And you'll definitely need a pencil sharpener for these. And you have a stick of vine charcoal. So this is going to be your messiest material that's in your set. And it's really good for getting some big tones of value quickly. Be careful not to drop these on the floor because they will crack into a million pieces. You will probably not come back with this. I'm happy to give you more vine charcoal if you need it. And then we also have a name pen, which is two-sided. So we have our thicker side and our thinner side. And these are waterproof permanent markers, so they're useful for lots of things. And lastly, this is the really exciting one. 36 color set of oil pastels, never opened, never touched. So you get to unwrap these and get that fresh new oil pastel smell. These, make sure you return them to me in as good of a condition as possible. Don't go losing them. We will use these in class as well when you return them. But I have all of these supplies here you can keep at home full time. I have duplicates of these for us to use in class. So I hope this all makes sense. I'm sure you're pretty familiar with a lot of these supplies already, but if you have questions, please let me know. And make sure that you have all of these things that I have listed. If you do not, if you're missing anything, please let me know and I will get you some replacements for those things. So I would recommend when you're repacking your art kit, putting the paper in first, then the oil pastels, then when there's a little spot that you can tuck in all of the other supplies. Oh, and one last thing, very important, you should have an eraser. So yeah, that is your art kit, and I hope you enjoy using these this year, and I really look forward to working with you. Have a fantastic afternoon.